You have also discussed the issue of Zimbabwe and its relationship with the United Kingdom. The situation in Zimbabwe does not seem to be getting better. Do you think that will in any way help to normalize relations with the United Kingdom?
I think it's not only with the United Kingdom but everybody else. I mean, the Zimbabwean relations have been worsened by the fact that the President Robert Mugabe remains in power. Not only does he remain in power, but he's also violating people's human rights, which is very important for any country to be involved in Zimbabwe. And they're very clear, for as long as he is not able to address the aspects of human rights, it will become very difficult for investments to come in, which means clearly from an economic point of view, we are suffering. There needs to be change within ZANU-PF, with the opposition as well, outside ZANU-PF and so forth. There's got to be answers that the opposition gives, which are an alternative to ZANU-PF in the event that ZANU-PF is not in power. And ZANU-PF as well, while they're in power, they have the responsibility of addressing the economic situations for Zimbabweans as we speak within the party and so forth. They can use that from a constitutional point of view. They can use their constitution to get rid of Robert Mugabe and put in Mnangagwa, who's certainly likely to take over anyway from the arrangement that they have. I don't necessarily have to like Mnangagwa, but the Zimbabweans must understand that you cannot take out ZANU-PF right now, because from a constitutional point of view, they won the elections, they are in power, but change and transformation must start within them so that people stop suffering, so that the economic situation is addressed in Zimbabwe, and hopefully the aspect of human rights can equally be addressed.
But there have been questions regarding those who have been in ZANU-PF and those who are still in ZANU-PF, Mr. Mnangagwa also, that their failure to deal in the past with human rights situation will not automatically mean that Mugabe going, they will be more able to deal with the question of human rights, even issues of governance.
That is a very good point, but that's a point that you'd have to address in the 2018 elections, in using that against them. Equally the same with Joyce Mjuru, who has started a party. How does she exonerate herself from what happened in ZANU-PF when she was a leader in ZANU-PF, when she was a vice president, and she was equally acting president? These are tough questions that anybody in ZANU-PF has got to respond to. I also, being a former member of ZANU-PF, have had to face such questions and answer them honestly. But I was never appointed by the president. I was never in a position of authority from being able to push the policy forward. If anything, my positions were elective and they were limited towards ZANU-PF, not government at the end of the day. Those that are hoping to be in power and have been appointed by Mugabe have got a big question to ask, that how are they different from Mugabe in what they do? Because they've paid patronage to Mugabe, but when they're out of favor with Mugabe, they then see it right to then criticize Mugabe and so forth. It's a very interesting one, but a very good trump card for the opposition come 2018 and so forth, in terms of them pushing for them to be in power. The aspect of human rights, the aspect of coming back into the Commonwealth is equally important, and you've got to speak while you are there. You cannot speak when you are not there.
This is Zimai Media, broadcasting all around the world, on the spot, on the dot.